everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a new video, tarot video on Jennie from Blackpink. Last video was on Rose and Rose solo, so today I just wanted to do Jennie. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do on Jennie's tarot reading, we're going to start with a general reading, so just 3 cards. So let's get started. Okay, so I just shuffled and we got the King of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the High Priestess. So for this general reading for Jennie from Blackpink, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is associated with legal or business concerns or careers. This could be also a person who aids you or is knowledgeable of these things, and it could be helpful. So maybe she's venturing into some business, the business part of her own career, maybe starting a brand, maybe having somebody work with her in a different way. But it could also mean that somebody is helping her look into the business side of her career. So it could either be a person helping her, or it's just her knowledge in legal and business ventures. If this is in fact a male, it is not. It is just friendly, not love or love connection. So King of Swords. The Four of Wands that appears also here. It's a pretty, it's one of my favorite cards because it's very pretty. It's just peace and security, and it's just saying to not stop yourself from being happy, to not stop yourself and from taking adventures and, you know, making relationships and starting connections to start something. So don't stop yourselves from being happy. Don't stop yourselves from doing something you want to do or just happy to do. So it could also be good endings or like very fresh starts. Like it could be that she's starting something. It could be she's looking into starting her own business or something in the fashion or in music. So it looks like with these 2 cards together, it does look like she wants to look into something else rather than just being the model of a company. She might want to start her own company, something like that, which is really good. But yeah, since this man is not in a loving way, I wouldn't say love connection here, because sometimes this does mean that, but in this case it doesn't. And then we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is good judgment, is intuition, is believing the things you think are true and just going by your intuition, you know, knowing what's good and what's not good, just deciding. So having the High Priestess is a really good thing if you want to start a business, if you want to start something in that matter, because it helps you, you know, should I invest here, should I not? So maybe she's thinking of starting a business, or she's starting a business and she's already looking into ways to work on this business, and she's having some help, some aid from somebody who's knowledgeable on this side, which is pretty nice. Okay, so regarding Jennie's love life, these are the 3 cards that came out. The 8 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So just by seeing this, she's currently not in a relationship. She is battling her own struggles alone. So the 8 of Cups just means stability and security. It is unfulfillment and identity satisfaction. So setting aside stability for happiness. So it's just being like, she'll rather be alone and just know than struggling, you know? She'll rather be alone than having to go through another Jennie and Kai scandal. You know how much that hurted her? She'll rather be alone and not worry about that for right now than being in another scandal that ruined and messed up her. So she's choosing to be alone for the current moment than to be happy and be loving. But I feel like all of this happened because of how fans reacted whenever she was dating Kai, which was horrible. I've always thought that idols should be able to love freely, but I guess they don't allow that in the K-pop world. It could also involve something else, focusing on something else rather than love. So basically, she's just putting her mind in other places rather than finding love. She's like, you know what? I don't have time for love. I'm doing this or that. So she's putting her mind somewhere else, looking away from what she's supposed to be looking out for, love. So the Ace of Swords is just strong elements of focus and determination and intellectual internal conflict forces. So basically, she's fighting with herself internally. She is having struggles about looking out for relationships or being in a relationship. She's struggling with herself. So we could say she doesn't want to go back to Jennie and Kai's scandal that happened the other, when was it? 2018? 2019 maybe? I don't remember. When it happened, she doesn't want to go through the same thing, so she's being careful with who she's getting close with because she doesn't want to fall in love and then start another scandal or anything like that. She's being very careful with that internal struggle. She's fighting with herself too because she doesn't want to disappoint her fans and, you know, start another scandal. She doesn't need it. She already has gone through so much already with the Lacey scandal that was horrible, which I thought was completely unnecessary. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is avoiding failure, achieving goals, but not when you want it to. Face setbacks, and taking care of yourself, self-love, and difficult and slow. So basically, she's avoiding failure, she's avoiding scandal, she's avoiding anything to do with any problems. She doesn't want to go through the same thing. She doesn't want to look too lazy. She doesn't want to look too friendly with this idol. She doesn't want to do this with this group. You know, she's avoiding all that because she doesn't want trouble. She's done with it. She's already too tired of being called on and being one of the most hated idols in K-pop, which is, I hate it so much that happened. Jennie's one of my favorites in Blackpink, so I don't think she should deserve that. So it's taking care of herself. She's decided to be like, you know what, I'd rather take care of myself, love myself, focus on myself right now than focus on somebody. So she's diverting that part away. It's gonna be a slow and difficult process for her to come back and, you know, learn to love again and accept that, okay, everybody's gonna say something, you know. She shouldn't stop herself from loving someone just because her fans and Blancs, because that's what they're called, Blancs love Jennie, Blancs don't. And she needs to learn that we support her, whatever she decides to, or who she ever decides to date, because that's her life and we should all accept it. Alright, for the last part of this reading, which is what's next for Jennie from Blackpink, I got Page of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. So the Page of Wands is good news. It's very good. This is a very good card. Good news. It's good news coming from or about a youthful individual. I would assume Jennie's a youthful individual. So it's good news for her. It could be a new project coming up that she would be taking, something coming up that is very good. It's going to be really good for her. It's going to make her look really good. So hopefully it does become true. It just means a new project, something new coming up, something that is good news for her, which is something we always want to see for all of our idols. Something good coming up. The Hierophant usually talks about religion or something in that kind of realm. It could be doctrine, teaching, or guidance. Approach to the moral, religious, or social conventions of the world. It could also just be fulfillment. She's fulfilled with what she's doing. She's in touch with herself and in touch with what she believes, and that could just be it. Or she's just gonna get a little bit more in the religious side of her. She's gonna be more thinking about her morals and, fulfillment. I would assume fulfillment, because she's happy for the new project, so she's gonna be fulfilled. She's gonna be happy that she's able to work on stuff. I would say for this. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the rise of a formidable energy. Someone has a forceful personality. Celia's dedication to success, and which also means turbulence. Turbulent times and turbulence. And the only way to overcome this is with a decisive action on the person. I wouldn't say this is Jennie. I would say it's somebody in Jennie's life, or somebody that's coming up in Jennie's life that is trying to either gain clout from her, or what could I say? Gain success or money from her. Maybe she's gonna this person's gonna overwork and just overwork Jennie, or just try to put her, I don't know how to put this. Could be a clout chaser. Reaching for success. It says Celia's dedication to success. They're trying to make success. That's not Jennie. If you know Jennie, Jennie's a really good person who works for success, but they're not fragile. They're not a jealous type. They're not just being successful for being successful. She has a passion, and this person seems to just want to take advantage of it. So somebody could be taking advantage of Jennie's success, or trying to, I wouldn't say mess her up, but trying to be up there using clout. So she's gonna have to make a decision whether to keep this person with her within her circle of friends, or just not be associated with that person. But yeah, these are the 3 cards that come up for Jennie. Pretty good, if you tell me. Good news. This just means she's going to be more in touch with herself, more fulfillment, more happiness within herself. And this is just a small rock that's on her way, but hopefully she can overcome it, make the right decisions, and get along with the right people. Because you never know, people have 2 faces. Maybe there's somebody that's really nice to her, but turns out she's just wanting clout from her. Anyways, that's all. Anyways, thank you all of you who watched this tarot reading, and for the ones that watched my Rose tarot reading for her solo. I just wanted to say this, that I'm not a professional tarot reader. I am just learning, and all of this is for practice. I do hope some of these stuff, which are obviously the positive things, do come true and actually are true for all of these idols and who I'm talking to about. I just wanted to say again that if you are a professional tarot reader or know about tarot, I would like for you to give me some constructive criticism. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Exactly that. Criticism. Constructive. I keep saying that. And help me learn more in tarot. If there's something I missed, there's something I said incorrectly, just tell me, write a comment. I'm following and reading based on my intuition, what I believe, what I look into these cards and I think are right. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm not saying it is how it's supposed to be. That's just what I think. And that would be all. If you like this video and would like to see more of these kinds of videos, please tell me. I would very much appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.